So Amir Khan versus Luis Collazo. That had to be a fight of the night for me. What a bloody great, brilliant fight that was. So if you don't know, Amir Khan won by unanimous decision. It was you could argue that Amir Khan won every single round. That's how much of a dominance he made on this fight. And it was Amir Khan's debut at welterweight, and you know, he took on a tough guy. A lot of people, maybe because people haven't heard too much of Luis Collazo, but trust me, this guy was a tough fight. Don't think he was a bum or anything like that. He knocked out Victor Ortiz in 2 rounds, but don't worry, I know you can say Ortiz doesn't have heart or whatever, but you know, he's fought Shane Mosley, lost a close decision to him. He's fought Andre Berto, lost a close decision to him. He fought Ricky Hatton, who people thought he actually beat. But he's a tough guy. Now, I actually applaud Amir Khan for taking on a guy like Luis Collazo as his welterweight debut. You know, he's in the running for Mayweather. Did he have to take such a risk? Can argue that he did, for media attention and that. But he could have played it more safe and just thought, you know, if he just wanted to pay David Floyd, just try and get by until that fight happens. But I think he's proved that he does want to improve, and he seriously does want to take on Mayweather in a fight, and I think he truly does believe that he can beat Mayweather. But anyway, back to this fight. I've just got to say, what a job Virgil Hunter has done. I said this, I'm not trying to, because I'm British, I'm not trying to just say I'm supporting a British fight. If Amir Khan was, you know, just Pakistan fighter, or if, you know, from America anyway, I would still support this guy because I really like his style and how he is. But I said this when he fought Julio Diaz and that, people thought, oh, he's shot, it's all over and that. And I always stuck by him and said, no, he just needed more time to settle with his trainer Virgil Hunter and that. And he's, you know, switched from one trainer, Freddie Roach, whose main training things are all about aggression and attacking, where Virgil Hunter's more about taking your time, precision, and winning round by round, and defense. Don't forget defense. But yeah, I always said that he wasn't shot, and he is very talented. He's probably got the fastest hands in the game right now, not including the featherweights and whatnot. But he's extremely fast, and yeah, people want to say shot because this only has a glass jaw on that. But trust me, you take a shot to the chin, you might not be standing up yourself. But yeah, I just think Virgil Hunter's done a terrific job with him. The thing with Amir Khan in previous fights, such as Danny Garcia is probably the best fight, just use an example. He used to get the red mist, which is when the crowd or the trash talk gets under him, and it would affect his performance. Like if the crowd cheering at him, he'd try and go for a knockout, and he'd try and be more exciting than he has to be. And that was a problem. That's why he got knocked out against Danny Garcia, because he was just trying to knock the guy out straight away because of what his father had said, got under his skin. But here he was patient, he was calm, he was collective, he picked his shots, and he was always aware of his defence. And I was so impressed. Like, even when they got in the grapple and Collazo had his other arm free, he kept his hand to his temple, he kept it high because he knew he couldn't leave it exposed. He kept his chin nice and tucked. And did you see his movement? It sounds like I'm just being like a Khan fanboy here, but his movement was amazing. He was spinning Collazo a lot. He didn't stop moving unless he threw his shots, to be honest. And when he did, like I think in the 8th round, he stood a bit like this and just took punches. And Virgil Hunter reminded him, don't do that. You've got this fight. Don't give it away now. Just keep moving and boxing. And that's what he did. He was throwing a jab. He was using his speed, which was, you know, it was great. And he was using his combinations. A lot of people feared that when he went with Virgil Hunter, that he would lose that attacking edge he had when he was with Freddie Roach. His very exciting attack, but he showed he still got it. He put Collazo down 3 times, and they were all legit knockdowns. Don't know what Collazo was doing when he kept looking to the ref going, no, it's like, mate, you just got cleanly hit and you went down. If that's not a knockdown, then what the hell is? But yeah, I think Khan took his time. Round 1, he sort of felt Collazo out a bit, and as the fight progressed, when he realised he could just land shots, he was using his speed and moving, and Collazo got frustrated. I think the thing is, and a lot of people have been caught up in this, like, what do you call it, like myth, or maybe not myth, but perception of Khan about one punch is all it takes and I'll win this fight. He went in there, he had his hands down like this completely, and he just thought, if I can land the shots, because he, knocked out Victor Ortiz, but that's more of him giving up. I think he just thought, if I land on Khan's chin, he'll start to go. And that was just his plan, just to wait and land that one shot. And he did get some shots through, but Khan didn't go down. He maybe stayed a little bit, but Collazo's a very, tough, strong guy. But it was just a ridiculous thing to go in with. I think you've got to try and box a bit more, because like, after 8 rounds, don't you think, shit, I'm behind on the scorecards here, and I've been down. He should have been trying something else, but then he got tired, and he was looking for that one shot, and Virgil Hunter sussed that out. He was like, aim for the body. And when Khan did aim for the body, he like left hooked his body, I think it was around 10, and he put him down twice. And if there's a bit more time, I think Khan would have stopped him. It looked like Collazo was going to give up. He kept looking to the ref for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah, and then he went down, and don't get me wrong, Collazo got up and he still fought. Was it round 11? I think it was round 10, I can't remember. But he still fought a great fight, he got up and fought. And that was a good thing with Khan as well. When I think it was like 30 seconds left, and Collazo was basically inviting him to come have a fight with him. And Khan still took his time, instead of rushing in like this and then leaving his chin exposed. Khan knows his weakness now, and I think that training with Virgil Hunter when he didn't have a fight and that, just training on his defense has improved him so much. His footwork's improved, he keeps his hands quite nice and tight, and he still can let him go in combination, but he knows when to move, when to counter. I mean, at points he rolled, was it his right hand, he's southpaw. He's rolling it, kind of right and moving. He was doing some classy act of defence, and they are very, very hard to put off, trust me. Now, there's a lot of complaining in this fight. I thought the referee was quite good, actually. He did quite a good job. He took a point away from each, but you can't really help it. Collazo kept putting his head down and getting tucked in, but then he kept looking to the ref every time, like they're going to a clinch zone, as if he's been hard done by. It's like, I think he was getting so frustrated because he thought he would be able to put Khan out, and he thought it'd be quite an easy fight, but it just wasn't, because everyone written him off with Julio Diaz and that. But yeah, he just seemed to be complaining to the ref a lot, and it's, like I've said in the Floyd Mayweather video, if you check that out, you can't look to the ref to help you out. You're in there to fight, basically. You've got to fight well. The ref will do his job if something's happening. And I don't know, he just kept looking to the ref for help, and he started throwing low blows at points. I think that was a sign of his frustration. He threw in the 12th, and the ref was kind of, he was like, come and get out. But the rule is you are meant to have 5 minutes recovery time. But I think it was right of Khan not to take that, because Collazo then would have got some energy back because he was tiring out, so he might as well just see the round out and win by points. But yeah, it just seemed a bit, I don't know, I was a bit surprised by Collazo doing all that, looking to the ref too much. But yeah, and first of all, we've got to remember this guy was a tough guy, and Collazo wanted Mayweather after Ortiz, and I think that just showed you wouldn't stand a chance against Mayweather. But Amir Khan, it's just a brilliant performance by him, I think, and it's just amazing. But yeah, switching with Virgil Hunter, a lot of people thought that was a bad decision, but I thought it was a terrific decision. He trains Andre Ward, I know he trains Angulo. I think he only trained for the Lara fight and one before Canelo fight with that. But Freddie Roach, I'm not saying Freddie Roach is a bad trainer or anything, but he's too focused on aggression. If you look at I can't remember, I don't want to call it like the all access of Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. When it showed Manny Pacquiao getting knocked out by Marquez, Freddie Roach was saying that, see, you got to knock the guy out because they could knock you out any time, so you got to finish them early. And it's like, no, not really. The problem why Manny got knocked out is because he had his hands right down and he didn't really have a defense. And I think where he saw that Khan had, pretty good power, he was very fast, he could just train him how Manny Pacquiao was trained and hope for the same success. But no fight is kind of the same, and I think Virgil Hunter's getting this right now. Because you look at Andre Ward, very quick guy, very talented, and he's pound for pound number 2, and I think he's shaping Amir to be more calm, more patient with his work. Because if the knockout comes, it comes. But if it doesn't, then just go to points. There's no shame in winning a points victory. You still win at the end of the day. And I think he's just done a good decision with doing that if he's working out for him. And I thought he would. Them 2 fights, I can't remember who was the other one. Who was the first one, but he seems to still have his attack aggression. He's got much better defensively, and he's moving very, very well. And probably one of the most important things, he's very, very exciting to watch. I enjoyed it because maybe having that glass jaw isn't all. I'm not saying he has a glass jaw, but it's not always the worst thing, because I was on edge with that fight when I was watching it, thinking, oh, if Collazo lands a shot, we all can't go down. And you're on edge all the time thinking this fight can go either way, because at any point maybe he can get knocked out. But, you know, and that leads to excitement. It leads to a good fight. When two fighters, when you don't know who can win, that is a good fight, instead of it just being predictable. When it can go either way, they're the fights you want to see. And I think Khan can bring that to the table with near on any fight. So yeah, Khan won't be fighting Mayweather because of he's fasting. You know, I think it's Ramadan, and that finishes in July. And he said that's not enough time for him to fight Mayweather, or to train and then fight Mayweather in September, which I thought was really good. Because I admit, I did kind of think he was just there for the payday at first, but he looks like he legitimately wants to take on Mayweather full strength, and he wants to try and beat this guy. But Khan's next opponent, I'm not too sure who he should fight. I think he's going to fight in December, so he could fight Maidana again. That would be quite good if they don't rematch Maidana and Mayweather, because then that put, if he puts a better showing than what Mayweather did, because I didn't think it was too impressive what Mayweather did with Maidana. If Khan can do something better than that, then surely that puts him in the shot of saying, look, I beat this guy better than you, let's fight. And that could be a tremendous fight. And I also thought maybe Khan to face Manny Pacquiao. I know people probably like, are you fucking idiot, but Pacquiao doesn't seem the same fight he used to be. He's a lot more cautious now. He's still fast, but he doesn't throw nowhere near. I'm being such a Khan fanboy here, but he had a terrific work rate. And if anyone has boxed or MMA'd or anything like karate or anything, you'll know that fight for like 3 minutes throwing shots is exhausting. And he was doing it constant for 12 rounds. And that was impressive. And Pacquiao just doesn't seem to have that work rate he has now. He seems to have like a minute burst and take the rest of the 2 minutes off. So I think Khan versus Pacquiao would be a huge fight, you know, old trainer, old rival. And, you know, I think that could be a terrific fight, because every fight Khan has is kind of his reputation on the line. Like, if he loses, then it's over for him. And you say, like, oh, you're never going to get that title shot of Mayweather, and you're not the big star everyone wanted you to be. And the same thing sort of applies to Pacquiao, you know. If he loses now, it's kind of like, it's over, you're not the big fighter you was. So that would be a tremendous fight, and definitely one I'd pay for. But yeah, I'm very excited to see his next fight. Adrian Broner fought on the undercard. I'm not going to do a video on that because that was not impressive. The guy didn't really have power to put him away. And Adrian Broner got caught with a few, but it was just there for an easy win, which, you know, is fair enough. He got beat bad in the last fight. He might need a recovery fight. Who Adrian Broner will fight next? He said he wants to be a 4-time world champion by taking a light welterweight crown. He should either fight Sean Porter or Danny Garcia, in my opinion. No, Sean Porter welterweight. I think he's welterweight, so I think I might have got it wrong. But Danny Garcia or something, just fight a true, you know, light welterweight champion. Don't say, yeah, but they're my buddy and that. Just fucking fight him. It's boxing. You have to fight at the end of the day. It's a business, as Mayweather would say, or your big bro. So yeah, I thought it was a very good undercard. I can't remember, was it Jean-Lave Leon, or I can't remember, the French guy. He wasn't French, but he fought Mexican anyway. And that's a very good undercard. It was a really good boxing event, I thought. I thought it was really well put together. But at the end of the day, I just think Amir Khan's fight with Collazo was the best fight of the night, and I'm very looking forward to seeing him fight again. So stay sweet and tell me who you think Amir Khan should fight next, or who Mayweather should fight, if he deserves a shot against Mayweather, if he would trouble Mayweather at all. Or if you think a Pacquiao Khan fight would be really interesting. So please comment.